Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're going to play with, I was going to play with the nice palette, but I was looking down and, well, I wanted to get a second look out of the Lunar Beauty Siren Sunset. Because when I opened it, I'm wearing kind of a nude shirt. It's kind of got like browns and beige and little teeny specks of like a dark navy blue running through it. Maybe it just reminds me of fall, you know what I mean? So I was like, this is kind of giving me that, but my eye look went a whole other direction. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll get into why it went in the direction we went into in a minute. But for the rest of the face, I'm wearing my Lunar foundation and my Lunar powder. I set it with it. I'm wearing my Prism Libre concealer. I'm wearing I'm wearing Bronze Dawn. Which one is it? Which way do we go? Bronze Dawn Pat McGrath bronzer. For the blush and highlighter, I just went with the Charlotte Tilbury again in the lighter shade of it, the light pink. And then that's it for that. I am trying out, well, I pull back out of old mascara. Well, it's not old, but it's not new. You'll see. I'm not a fan. I mean, I was, but I don't think I am. And I will get to it. But let's go ahead and start with the palette. I do have my grandson with me today. He's asleep. So we're going to have to kind of get this done quick. So the first shade we're going to go into is Starfish. I really wanted to get a second look up with this because the last time I played with it, and here's the thing, it was just a couple days ago, and I don't remember what I did. I think I went with the purples, to be honest. At least that's the way it looks like it went, but I could be wrong there. But that's the way I'm feeling. But I kind of wanted to go in the more neutral tanny, like more neutral, so that I could see like what kind of looks we could get out of this. And I feel like you do my decision was correct with this palette. You got a lot of versatility here. You can definitely go in your everyday quick out the door look. You can go in with a certain color, whether it be blue, purple, green, or you can go more cool toned. I mean, it's all going to be cool toned, I guess, in a theory, but I mean like glam cool tone. It just really, you know, whatever you're desiring for that day. So I do like the versatility of the palette. And I did want to play with this just because I wanted to see like as far as neutrals, I mean, it's almost half and half, whether it's neutral or colorful. But I mean, how many neutral palettes do we have in our, you know, collection? Let's go in with Current right here. And I wanted to see if it's a neutral look we go for, you know, how pretty is it going to be compared to what else we have. And I will say, I think this palette can do one heck of a pretty neutral look. Now, did I go neutral after all? No, I didn't. I didn't go neutral at all. Well, I mean, kinda a little bit, but not really. And I recognize that when I made the mistake here in a minute that I'm going to make. But that's okay. We live and we learn. It didn't turn out as bad as I thought. And honestly, in real, like, looking at me in real life, not over a camera lens, it actually matches my shirt better than I thought it would. Because looking at myself up there, it's like this look does not match the shirt at all. But looking at the mirror, it does. So that's nice. But I am glad that the palette, I'm not going to say it provides a neutral look like I don't have, because that's not the case. but the palette does give me looks that I don't have from other palettes at the same time. So in order, basically what I'm saying is that I would have to grab out at least 2 to 3 palettes to match this one palette. You see what I'm saying? If that's the vibe you're going, if this is the color story you're, vibing with. And that's kind of where I lay with bigger palettes. It's like it's got to give me something that I don't already have, and that if I get in the mood for, I can take with me. Because, like, if I was going away for, say, a week, what palettes would you take? Right? You want to take something that's going to give you versatility. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're going away for a week for, too, but you get what I'm saying. We're going to take that same shade Current and run it under the lower lash line. What you're going away for, because, if you're going to, like, vacation, you may not be wanting to wear that much makeup at all. But if you're going away for business or something, you may have to wear makeup, or you may have to get ready, so you may want options. It just depends, really. Me, personally, I wear makeup pretty much anytime, just because that's my time. So you best believe I'm going to take advantage of that time and put on makeup, because I like to play with it. And it brings me joy. And the shadows are really easy to work with. They're buildable, they're blendable, and I am just using, granted they're not like cheap brushes, but they're nothing, like, they're not my, Refer or Sonia G or Wayne Gloss brushes. And I actually use Morphe brushes to play with this, so I know that it works with any kind of brush. You're going to get a really pretty look. Let's go back into Starfish again. So I was going with a neutral look, as you can see. But then I thought, well, I want to pull this blue deep sea into this, because, I got a navy blue running through my shirt, but this blue in my shirt is more grungier, I guess, more muted than this deep sea blue, which is more bright. So I ended up putting it on the lower lash line, which we're going to do now, and it was just too bright of a blue. Like, immediately I noticed that, right? Which is fine, because I combated it with the Current shade, which kind of like toned it down somewhat, but it didn't tone it down too much. Like, it didn't make it like, you can still see it's a bright blue. So then that took my look, it took my headspace when I was creating this look into a different direction. I no longer was doing a neutral look, basically, because of that. However, I don't think it turned out bad. Either way you want to look at this, I still think the look came out really pretty. So I did that. So now we go back into Current again, because I need to tone that dark blue down some. And I will say that it did tone it down some. I'm not going to lie there. It did take it from a really intense bright blue, not necessarily to a navy grungy blue, but it took it down several tones, which was good. But then since I went with color, I thought, well, I better do something. And I knew I had already played, I think I already played with Siren, or maybe both, Siren and Temptress. So I decided to go into Sea Witch, and y'all, this color is so pretty. Now, this color I do have in other palettes, I won't lie. But it's nonetheless gorgeous. Look at it. As far as fallout, I got a little bit, not too much. I didn't spray my brush, though. And I will say that I brushed away nicely, so that was good. No problem there. Happy about that. Like, I really think that that's pretty. Maybe without the blue. Okay, maybe the blue messed everything up a little bit, but it's okay. It's okay. We can work with it. We can work with it. Okay, so then for inner corner, now that's my only thing with this palette with inner corner. I'm either going to have to go in with pink pearl or water nymph. Okay? And what that one is, this one goes more pinky, this one goes more of a lime green. So I don't really have too many options for inner corner. Granted, I could have used my highlighter, which is no big deal. Obviously, I don't have a problem with it. But when you're looking at a palette like this, even though it is an all-in-one palette, I would like it to have, I guess, a neutral inner corner at the same time. Like, sure, I want something fun, but I also want something sort of neutral and everyday. Okay, so I got that for the inner corner. It works, it's fine. It kind of is what it is, you know? Now we're going to take that same blue, that deep sea shade, and we're going to line the upper lash line with it. I cannot believe my grandson is still sleeping, y'all. I'm hoping he sleeps through this video, but who knows if I get that lucky or not, you know? I'm hoping no. Now, by putting the blue up here, it does kinda bring the look overall together, which is nice, but at the same time, this is not the look that like I intend it to go for today. But at the end of the day, as long as it all works out, I don't really care. Like, as long as I'm comfortable in it. And I will say that this palette is a comfortable, neutral, colorful palette, if that makes sense in any way, shape, or form. For the liner, I think this says Courage. It could say Confidence. No, it says Courage from ColourPop for my waterline. Now, I'm done with the palette, yes. So for mascara, I actually pulled out this. It's by Guerlain, and it's called Mad Eyes. Tell me why this is so highly fragranced. I have no idea. But my God, it is. But I remember using this and the scent got to me, okay? And I remember it transferring on the top lashes, or my like hooded eyes, right? Now it has not done that yet. My makeup's been done, this side's been done for about an hour and a half now. So maybe it won't transfer, right? But I also remember it being wet when I first used it. Now, like I said, I forgot about it because it's just one of those ones that really wasn't like my favorite mascara. So it has sat, probably, I won't lie, it's probably been sitting here a month. Maybe longer, maybe a month and a half, okay? So I haven't hit my deadline on it or anything, but I will say that the formula, when I got it out, looked nice, right? It doesn't look too wet. So let's apply it, and I'll tell you, it isn't wet now, that's for sure. It is not, which is great. But the scent to this, I will say that it's grabbing my lashes nicely. It doesn't seem to be flaking or anything like that. It built on top of itself nicely. And it is grabbing the lashes and taking it through the brush. Like, I am liking that about it. I really hope you guys aren't hearing anything from outside, because I have the window open. But you can see that it's making my lashes look nice. And it is a dark black, which is nice. But I will say that if I recall, this mascara is expensive, and I do not think it's worth the price point just for that alone. Like, the packaging seems a little weighted, but it also feels a little cheap, I'm not gonna lie. And the packaging is nothing, like, incredible. But the scent alone, I'm telling you, oh. Like, why would you want to make it even scented, is what I don't understand. Oh, and for lips, I grabbed down an old favorite too. I forgot about it. It's my Dior, the lip luminizer. I think it's rosewood. And I really like the way that feels on my lips. It's like a cool minty feel. And then I got the lip liner from ColourPop. On with it. I'll tell you the name in a minute. Like, it does make my lashes look pretty. It does. But it's not worth the price point. And it's called Mad Eyes Mascara. Like, what's so mad about my eyes? Just saying. Just saying. Lip liner. Right here it is. What color did I use today? Bumble. So I used the Bumble lip liner with the Dior Maximizer. Pretty sure it's rosewood, but it could be 040 or something, 012. I'm not for sure really, but it's this one here. So I got it. Uh-oh, he's waking. He's waking. For bottom lashes, we're doing the Lancome. And then we'll be done. Oh, my daughter's here maybe to save the day. She might get him for me. Yes, she's got him. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so I can finish the video. Alright, so I got a little bit of mascara on the waterline. We'll clean that up in a minute. But overall, I think the palette turned out really well. And really good. Alright, got that off a little bit. Not really, did I? I made a mess, I think. Let's see. There we go. Now we got it off of there. I mean, the mascara isn't bad. It's not. But, again, that price point for the Girl On, it's just not worth it. And, yeah, I use this to... Don't ask. If I get mascara, I just grab this little thing and wipe it across the lip. And it comes right off, though. It works. I don't think it's meant for that, but it works nonetheless. Alright. And I think we are done. So overall, I think the look turned out really well. Let me know, did you purchase this palette? Did you like it? Have you received it yet? Just curious. We're going to ignore the hair because, well, I haven't decided what I'm doing with it yet. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that where you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. And I will see you in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.